Hey guys, I am back this week with a drugstore makeup tutorial. I love finding items that are half the cost, a third of the cost of something that you could get at a department store, but that work almost as good, if not better. So let's jump right into it. So between these two foundations, I would say the Maybelline Fit Me has a little more coverage. I personally like a medium to full coverage. This one was more of a sheer coverage. It was definitely more hydrating and kind of melted into the skin. So if you don't like a lot of coverage, I would recommend the number 7. But I think they're both good, and you would just want to layer this one if you needed just a little bit more. But now I'm going to go into the foundation or the concealer. I love this concealer. It's the Instant Age Rewind eraser, and it just has a sponge tip. You crank it up, and when I am just doing like simple makeup, I will just do a little bit kind of around, and I just use my sponge still. These are from Amazon. Super inexpensive. I think it was like a 5-pack for I don't even know how much, not very much at all. So I just take and go all around my eye area with my damp sponge, and I use this concealer because it is so hydrating. I don't feel like it sits in my fine lines at all, and I use it as a shadow base too. And then you saw I kind of highlighted around my lips a tiny bit because oftentimes I get discoloration around my lips, and so it's a really easy way for me to just keep everything looking highlighted and youthful. And then I'll take a little bit in the center of my chin and the center of this little spot between my nose and my lips. I'll take it a little bit on my forehead just to brighten and lighten. And then down the sides of my nose too, just in my nostril area. I found this blender brush. You could use it for bronzer or powder. At Target, and I thought it was kind of cute because it has a little travel case if you want to keep your brushes separate. And I will show you my makeup case in a minute too, but I'm going to take this with the NYX No Filter Selfie Powder. This stuff is really pretty. It's a finishing powder, and I am just going to set everything. So you can take it and like roll it along the face. This brush was maybe $10. It is incredibly soft, and it's gold. Hello, it's so pretty. Physicians Formula won People Magazine Best Bronzer. I got it in the bronzer color, and I've been liking it, but it's not quite dark enough, especially because I use those self-tanner drops from Isle of Paradise in medium, and sometimes I need a little bit more of a kick. So I bought the deep bronzer. I actually saw someone talking about this the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, I should try the darker shade because I love the formula. It does come with this like contour sponge thing. Look at that. So you could contour the side of your nose with this sponge, and then there's a mirror. So it's super cute packaging with the palm leaves on it. And then I have this contour brush from Revlon that I thought was super fancy looking. So we are going to experience this deep bronze, it's called Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula together. So I am going to take the bronzer up actually more on my cheekbone, not underneath. Ooh, it does have more color. Okay, it's got a little more red in it than the other one. And I'm going to take it down the sides of my nose. And then I'm going to take it under my chin. Look how bad it needs to be blended. Now I'm going to take my damp sponge once again and dip it into this NYX powder. And I'm going to set this part of my eye. I don't know if you can tell, it kind of smoothed it out a little bit. Let's just stick with the deep bronze today because I already committed. So this is a wide, I think it's called wide eyeshadow brush. Again, same brand as the other one. I'm going to dip it in to the bronzer, and I'm going to make sure that I've got a connection from my eye to my nose. And don't worry, I'm going to get into eyeshadow, but you ideally could just use this as your crease color. You could literally just take it in and blend it that way if you're in a hurry. And oftentimes I do that. And then if you want a little bit of a poutier lip, the trick is to contour around your lips. Like you can see it already kind of made them pop a little bit. I chose this L'Oreal Nude palette because I thought, oh, well, Lancome L'Oreal, I bet these will be good. And I already tried some of these shades on my hand and they were really, really concentrated color. I'm pretty impressed because sometimes I will walk through Sephora and I will swipe my finger on some of the eyeshadows and they just flake right off my hand. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I'll just take the little corner of my finger and just see what the shadow does on my hand, because working in cosmetics for 8 years, like I was always into little things. I wanted to test it and see, and this actually measures up better than like half the stuff that I tried in Sephora the other day. Comes with a sponge tip applicator, which is like faux pas to use on your eyes, and like a tiny little brush. I would use this brush and I'll show you. I'm gonna dip into this nude color here. And this is the perfect size brush to go up underneath your lashes. So what you want to do is you want to create shadows on the face, nothing too harsh. I do not like to see when people, okay, pet peeve, when you do black liner on just black liner underneath your lashes, on your lower lash line, and you don't blend it in with a shadow or anything else. Like it's literally just black kohl liner on your lower lash line and mascara, and it looks clumpy and unnatural, and it doesn't do anything for your eyes in my opinion. And some people only do the lower lash line and they don't even do their top. Like please don't ever do that. It does not look balanced at all. If you're gonna do liner on one part of your eye, pick the top, because that's gonna make your lashes look thicker and fuller. So I like to just take it and blend it out, because then it's going to enhance your natural eye color. Brush again, and I'm going to dip into that same shade, because you know obviously this is going to be lighter than this because it's closer to the lighter shades. You're going to just kind of dab, 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 tap it off, and then you're going to feel on your eye where your natural crease is and just pop it on, just like that. Super easy. You do not have to overthink this. I could use this shimmer, the second one in, and I can just gently tuck it underneath my brow and give an enhancement to my brow bone. But if you're not taking the time, you know, if you don't really care and you're not doing much, you don't have to take this step. Enough colors to choose from. What I love about this palette is you have a warm gray tone. So if you have brown eyes, that is your go-to, because that gray is going to make your brown pop. I have more of a blue eye, so I tend to go towards the warm shades, but I love this rosy color too. I tried this color on my hand and it is dark. So that's gonna be something that you could smudge into your lash line, or if you're going out, you could put more in your crease here. So what I'm gonna do actually is take this matte brown color, just for fun, and I'm gonna smudge it right at my lash line because it's so, so pretty. And sometimes I don't like the wing eyeliner look, like I'm just kind of tired of it sometimes, and you could easily just do this for liner, which is kind of got the yellow to it. And I'm gonna tap that right in the center of my eyelid. So it's kind of fun to mix your shimmers. You do not have to use the same shimmer color all over your lid. You can just play around. Oh, it's got some pink to it. Okay. You never know till you put it on. It's got almost like a purpley, silvery pink, which is fun, right? Because then it fades into the gold. The dark color on the outside corner, and I didn't put any more color on this guy. I literally just picked it up because I knew it had the crease color on it, and I'm just gonna blend. The whole trick with eyeshadow is just to blend, blend, blend. You don't really want to see where one color starts, in my opinion, and another one stops. Like, you just don't want to. Now I'm realizing that this color here is more mauve, more pink than neutral, where that's why If you want to use the bronzer, it's completely neutral and it's not going to turn any color on you, but I still think it's super pretty. And I actually really like that pink in the center. So that's it, like literally it's so simple. You just pop it in, press it in. I could even take this white color, the very lightest one, pop it right in the inner corner and brighten the inner corner. I bought some L'Oreal Telescopic for Maui, and it has a really thin wand on it, but I have to say it gives awesome length. And this is waterproof, so I'm not going to use it today. My other all-time favorite is L'Oreal Voluminous. Like, it just has a thick brush. I like that it pulls my lashes up. I like that it gives me a thick look to my lashes. And then this is the L'Oreal Superstar liner. Okay, so now for brows. This is the Ash Brown Nyx Brow Pencil, and it does have a little spoolie on the end of it, which is perfect. So I am going to show you, I'm just going to take little feather-like strokes so it looks like hair, and I'm going to just work it through my brow. I have microblading on my brow, but you can see they look much more sharp and defined when I use a pencil. I've had other friends that work in cosmetics, and their trick is to line the bottom of their brow to give it an edge, and then they fill up from there. So you could also try it that way. Because I have such good shape to follow, I just got my microblading touched up for my yearly touch-up. I can honestly do this so quick, and I don't know if you can see, but it's giving my brows, it's taking away any of the unnatural looking colors and adding in that nice dark warmth. I will say that you can use this brow as an eyeliner too, this brow pencil. You could totally, like if you're going camping or you want to pack light, super easily use this as a liner. The most beautiful blush to show you from Revlon, and this color reminds me a lot of the Trish McEvoy one that I've used in the past. And again, I just dab it in, tap off any excess, smile. I don't attack my cheek with the blush. I just give it a nice pop and work up the cheekbone. You can take a little bit on your nose, a little bit on the forehead. You could do a little bit down on your décolleté if you're wearing a tank top, just to pull all the colors together. Again, with bronzer, you could easily contour your collarbone and down on your chest if you want to draw the colors together. This Phase Zero blush that I got in my FabFitFun box, it's called Making Moves, and it's kind of like Orgasm from NARS. Super pretty. So sometimes I will do a little pop of this over the top, because it's just like when you're mixing lip colors, when you mix blushes, it gives a really dynamic, complex color that you're like, wait, oh, there's a couple things going on. Okay, and it always looks more appealing to the eye. I'm super excited to show you a couple drugstore lip options. So this is the NYX Lip Liner. I am telling you, they are so smooth and perfect. I forgot to buy another one when I was at Target yesterday because I am obsessed with the natural color. It is the perfect nude pink. It's actually, I like it better on me than the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk most of the time, because it just feels more natural and it has maybe a little bit more of a neutral tone than a pink tone. And then this is the Nude Beige. It is more of an evening color for me. It gives a really pretty nude lip, but that almost feels dramatic on me because, you know, pink just feels more natural. So I have both of them just for those options. This is Fortune Cookie Butter Gloss. Again, if you're doing a nude lip, and like if I just wanted to do this nude liner with this, it would be so pretty. And then this is Creme Brulee. So really pretty. I love the tiramisu color as well, but these butter glosses are just like, throw them in your car, or throw them in, you know, just have them everywhere so that you don't have that dry, cracky, crusty lip. I start at the corner and stay pretty close to my natural lip line. But then when you get to the middle of your lip, you can cheat just a little bit. And I had the hardest time for years doing this. My friends that I would work with, they'd be like, Stace, just try it. Just go a little bit outside of your natural lip line. Just a teensy bit. That's all you have to do. And I'm like, no. But I'm telling you, it makes all the difference. The very tippy top of your lip line. Now, if you don't have what you would think would be like, oh, I don't feel like I have a ledge there, you can just create it. And that's why I put the concealer around my lip first, because you can actually give yourself, if you've got that concealer and that foundation or extra foundation around your lip, you can carve in with the lip liner a lot easier and it's gonna stay. Because the whole goal when you're doing your makeup is you want it to definitely last for a few hours, especially on your lip, for them to look a little bit lighter. So you can even, I don't know if you've heard of this, but you can even do concealer on your lips to make them look full and pouty. See how that added a little pout there, right? Super pretty, pretty color. Okay, but if I wanted to add some sparkle and shine, I could even like take a little bit off onto my hand. I do not like blotting lip gloss. I feel like if it's a tissue, if it's toilet paper, like it's getting stuck in the gloss and it's gross. Can you see the flecks of the pretty, pretty little pearls in it? You do not have to take the gloss over your entire surface of your lips. This is the NYX. It is a white jumbo eye pencil, and it literally just goes right on my inner rim. So I am already loving what this lip combo is doing right now. I'm so glad I used the Fortune Cookie underneath the plumping gloss because it gave more of a base for color. But thank you for being here. I love the fact that, you know, I don't see people in person all the time. So for the days where I just want my cheapy makeup and I still want to look good, I don't want to look like, you know, my kids and be like, Mom, are you sick? You know, I put makeup on every day because that's just who I am. It makes me feel good. And when I feel good, I do better. It's just how I feel like Nordstrom raised me, you know, like I couldn't even show up to work without something on my lips, like a lip gloss or a lipstick. So I call it my expensive makeup is my IP makeup, my I'm gonna see someone in person today, and then all this awesome drugstore stuff is like, who cares, just have fun with it, just play. The two blushes that I showed you are literally almost the exact same color as the more expensive brands, my NARS and my Trish McAvoy, and they are both under $10. So I am telling you, you can totally skimp where you want to, and it does not matter. So if you liked this, know that everything is linked in the comments below. If you have any questions, comment below. If you like my channel, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks. One more little mention is I really, really like this cleanser. It works for my kiddos and me, and I'm more normal to oily, but the feel of this is great. And then here is my makeup case. It is really affordable. You can see all the brushes go there. There's a zipper there you can put something in, and then it has different sections that you can section off.